Okay, nice.
Okay, hey guys, this is Adam with Modern Piano Styles with Adam. And today I'm going to interview Igor Agrich, and he's a great piano player. So tell me more. You live in Kiev, as I understand.
Yes, yes, right. This is right.
Both in the same place.
Okay. I need to set up my audio because when you speak, it's like audio is sometimes disappear.
I also hear some child voices in the background.
Yeah, yeah. I have a kid. That's
Mhm.
right. Okay, now audio is okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so tell me more. I've seen your posts on Facebook. I also saw you played 500 Miles High. And
Yeah.
it's a Prophet 5 you played on, and stage 3. The,
Yes.
yeah. Where did you find the Prophet 5? It's like a real.
Oh, it's not the Prophet 5 actually. It's a Moog Voyager.
Aha, Mook. Okay, yeah.
It's not the Prophet. I see your comment, but I to be honest, I don't have a time before to answer because I was busy a little.
Mhm.
So now I will later clarify in the comments that it is Moog Voyager, not Prophet one.
Yeah. But that was a nice. Where did you find that instrument?
Where you mean where I buy or where I find?
Yeah, we'll find it and buy it or whatever.
Okay, so about 4 years ago, I I was like obsessed with a band called Azimuth. If you know this, it's Brazilian funk, jazz funk band,
Mhm.
and they extensively use Moog synthesizers, Rhodes piano,
Mhm.
clarinets, some synths, and I was obsessed with Moog sound because this band uses it very like in organic way, and I it was my dream to buy this synth, but it was quite pricey, so I decided to go to try work on a cruise ship. And
Mhm.
when I finished my first contract and I didn't came back to ships anymore, but I can buy this instrument after first contract, and I find guy who sold it in Ukraine. He previously buy it from guy who is from Chicago,
Okay.
and I actually buy this instrument in Ukraine.
Okay. I guess you got a good deal then.
Yeah, I actually buy this instrument about for 12% lower price than it's actually
Mhm.
was.
That's really good.
About North Stage 3 is was like my first pro keyboard. I mean, in terms of it not was actually first, but it was a first which I like to use.
Mhm.
I previously have Cork Chrome, but I think it's not good, and it sounds awful and has a very cheap build quality. And I buy it when I didn't have enough money to buy a North Stage. So when North announced that they will release North Stage 3, I have a plan to buy it and
Mm.
start to find a way how to earn money for it. And at this time, I receive a message from Chinese company who asked me to create music for them. And when I finish this contract, I earn enough money to buy this instrument.
Mhm. Yeah, that's nice. I have a Nord Stage 3 too, the one I played.
Yeah, yeah, nice. It's nice instrument. I like it very much because it's very customizable. It's very simple to use, and it's uh, quite impressive. I think it's very inspiring to play. It has a lot of great sounds and the best piano sound for me.
Yeah, yeah. Did you have a Kronos, Kronos workstation before?
No, no, no. I have Chrome. If you know Chrome, it's like cheaper version and much reduced than Cronus. But I think I don't like Cork products actually because it's built very cheap, and it's very uninspiring and very messy in the user interface. It's not simple. It's not user friendly.
Mm,
Whatever.
yeah. Yeah, I had a card before it got stolen, but I think this is the best piano.
Stolen.
Yeah,
This said.
yeah.
How did?
It was an apartment in Moscow. I had a moving, and I contacted some people, and they nicked it.
Oh,
Um,
this is bad.
I have a lawyer who's kind of investigating it now.
Okay.
So yeah,
Actually, you now in Kiev, right?
yeah, I'm into it now. Currently.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, I wonder about your story with piano. How did you begin? Why did you start playing the piano? And it seems you've got lots of experience with jazz piano, and you post a lot. You have your own group in on Facebook as well.
No, I didn't have a group, but if you ask me how I started, it was I think in 1999. I actually hear maybe 2 years before, or maybe in same year, I hear first time Louis Armstrong recording,
Mhm.
and I understand that I enjoy this music very much. I was a kid, and I was like 7 years old, and
Mhm.
my father just buy a cassette in Russia, as I remember, and it's I can and he listened to it when he do some like some cleaning in
Mhm.
room, and like he clean room and listen to this recording, and I as a kid I started recording, and I understand this is my favorite genre of music. And when I goes to music school, I actually didn't want to be a musician, but when I finished music school, I contacted one great person who was my first jazz piano teacher.
Mhm.
So actually, I started to teach jazz piano when I finished my music school. So it's quite funny because whole 7 years I just do like nothing. I was very I like goes for music school because my parents decide, but I was never obsessed with music before. But after finished, I just my my teacher in school just say me that school actually has another teacher who can learn you how to play jazz piano. So I go to first lesson, and you see what's happened now. I'm just pianist actually. So after I decided to be a jazz musician, I tried to learn a lot of styles of different kind of things. And maybe no 7 years ago I decided to try not only jazz piano but keyboards also. I was obsessed with jazz funk movement like Herbie Hancock, like Chick Corea, and so and so. So and jazz piano, I think it's a great thing, but it's not limiting for me. But I think I also obsessed with keyboards, so it's not only my main profile.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
So did you study did you go to the conservatory in Kiev, or where did you find the jazz
I-
teacher?
what I find? Sorry, can hear.
Yeah, because traditional music, like at least in Russia, like it's they only teach classical piano. But if
Ah,
you modern
okay.
piano, you went to the conservatory, or
Look, I actually say you about I finished my music school, and in same music school when I finished, I start to like I has 2 additional years after it, learning jazz piano with another teacher,
Mhm.
which she shared to me. She like she taught to me traditional jazz piano like boogie woogie, like stride piano, like ragtime. So she give me a basics of early jazz piano. So
Mhm.
like how the roots of jazz piano, jazz music was there. So she teach me how to swing, how to play stride piano. So main since this which is required in jazz piano I has at this moment when I finished 2 additional years in school, and after this I decided to go to music college in my city,
Mhm.
and but I can't. Uh, sorry, I go to my to study to music college, but I study on guitar department because piano department, jazz piano department was corrupted, and teacher asked me to pay for like I forget this word.
The lessons.
No, for mm, like join to music college on jazz piano, you need to pay to teacher.
Mhm.
So I decided to learn instead guitar.
Uh-huh.
So it was free, and actually after finish my music college on guitar, I spent 4 years on it. I understand that I earn much more than I if I will be only on jazz piano department, because on guitar department, it's was a lot of people who teach me not only about jazz piano but actually about music, about sound, about composing, about arrangements. So it was a great for me. So I think this was like my
Yeah,
destiny actually
yeah.
about.
But did you study jazz guitar at that?
No. It was a classical guitar. So
Uh,
it's like on guitar department I find people who really loves music, and they don't know how to teach me jazz music, but they teach me something which I can't teach actually with jazz piano teachers, like
mhm,
how to make sound everything, like how to find the best sound from any instrument, not only from the piano, and
mhm,
how to actually compose
mhm,
in a right way when your house has a counterpoints,
mhm,
and how to mix it in your music, how to use
mhm.
classical stuff. So after this I moved to Kiev to learn jazz piano in Kiev. I joined to Kiev Institute of Music, if you
Mhm.
know about it. It's like a Glier name.
Mhm.
It's named after Glier.
Okay.
And there I finished 4 years on jazz piano, and additional year on м, sorry, магистратура, like magister.
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
so it was a 5 years of learning jazz piano, and it was a great time because when I moved to Kiev I start to actually learn and dig jazz piano much more.
Mhm.
So
Where,
I
where did you live before? Where did you come from?
I come from Mariupol. It's city on in Donbas area.
Mhm,
It's 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 east south of Ukraine.
mhm. Okay.
It's a great city actually, but it was like when I study in Mariupol, and when I live there, it was quite hard times because it didn't have any jazz music concert on or gigs at all. So
Mhm,
I was like a only person who dig jazz music at the moment. So when I moved to Kiev, it's young people who live in Mariupol. It start actually also learn jazz music. So now it my city has a little jazz community. It's
mhm,
not very strong, but it exists, not like before. You
mhm.
know. Actually, I think this years in my own city I learn much more than I learn in Kiev, because like I learn basic stuff here
Mhm.
in Mariupol.
But in Kiev, I mean, there's many jazz clubs. There's Barman Depot and Buena Vista.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not the way how you teach to play jazz music. It's like the way how you learn how to interact with another musicians and teach some stuff from them. But if you need to really learn jazz piano, you need to dig it yourself. Like you must to download files, download some music, analyze it, transcribe it. It's actually standard way of learning jazz piano basics. But as I say before, I had a very good teacher in my city, which she had teach me stuff which anybody can teach me, even in Kiev. So when I moved to Kiev, I actually has very good basics.
Mm.
Like I can play stride piano, so it's a like a basics of jazz piano. Actually, I can play boogie woogie at that moment. I can play uh, traditional jazz. I don't know actually how to play bebop when I moved to Kiev, but Kiev was like a place where I started to learn how to play it.
Mm.
No,
Yeah.
and after I think after 2 years study at Kiev, I was on my vacation, summer vacation,
Mhm.
and I come back in my city and spent 3 months to analyze and organize everything I learned before. So I like organize all my knowledge and start to understand what I do much deeper, because I just play stuff and actually before Kiev I don't know how it's named, why does it why it sounds like this, why I must use it not another. So before I like use only my ears, but after Kiev years I start to analyze actually music and
Mm.
start to understand what I do, you
Yeah.
know.
I wonder, have you got a piano next to you? It would be nice if you could show some, what you like to play, and maybe the tradition. Because it seems like you've been studying the jazz history, ragtime, stride piano, and then you came to Kiev and studied bebop. And now the recordings I saw now, it was more like jazz fusion, like 500 miles high.
You know, it not my actual mission to record stuff like this, because it was like, I was in a quiet jazz funky mood and I decided to record in something like this, and I actually like this tune, so I just decided to record it. Whatever, I just record some text, put my iPhone to record it, and this is so. But I actually think about release my new album, my first album, and I like record 4 tunes actually, and must to record another 4 tunes. So main idea of my album, it was half of album, it was like fusion,
Mhm.
like played on Rhodes piano and synths, and another half of the album it like was acoustic trio format.
Mhm.
So I think about recording my to finish my album, but I can't because coronavirus starts at the moment, and
Mhm.
I must to like dismiss my recording.
Mhm. Well, you're going to finish it this year.
I think so. I hope I will finish, because I didn't know how it will be with studios, how it will be with materials, because I think I I need some time for add some new tunes to this album, because in previous year I think it will be okay, but now I hear it will be sounds quite different.
Mhm. I understand.
So about jazz fusion, I like it more, and I actually think about do some whole album on this area, but I think it will be quite boring to listen to only Rose piano. So I decided to make it like half piano,
Mhm.
acoustic, and half Rose piano. So
Mhm.
I think it's the best way to realize my music.
Okay, so your future album is going to feature a fusion jazz piano, or is it going to be a potpourri of various jazz styles?
It's will be like different styles. I didn't like to link to only one style of jazz music or anything. You can name it anything as you wish, but I didn't like to think it was jazz music or funk music or jazz fusion. I just like to call it a music because it's a way how I see and feel it, like, you know. So actually I will record in two tunes which is not ja- jazz music. It's more like lyrical piano. I didn't know how to explain it actually,
Mm.
but it's maybe two or three only jazz, straight jazz tunes.
Yeah.
So it's a quite problem to record acoustic piano in Kiev because I didn't hear studios which has a good pianos. Actually, I didn't find it.
Mm. But maybe you could do with your stage three. It has pretty good piano sound.
Yes, I try to record it with the stage three, but you know it's not here. It's not the same. I think it's better to actually record acoustic piano because it's change the way you feel music, and it's absolutely change the way you think how you should improvise or anything, because when you recording it actually sounds good, but when you start to mix it and compress music and mastering, it start to sound like electronic piano, not like an acoustic. I know the North has the best sound
Mhm.
on market period,
Mhm.
but I think it's not quite here.
Mhm.
So for album, if you do some like sideman projects, it's okay, but when piano is the main instrument on the album, I think it's better to record an acoustic piano.
Mhm. Okay, yeah.
So
So, let me know what's going on with your recordings and when you release your album, and I could introduce that in my group. Okay.
okay, thanks you, man.
And
I
yeah.
I think I will release it as soon as possible, but now I like to prepare my mind to record it because I have some ideas I didn't realize actually. So like I need just quite more time for finish my sketches for album and go to studio with it.
Mhm. Cool. Okay.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. So we'll stay in touch. We're in the same place.
Thank you, man.
Я поговорю по-русски,
Okay, nice.
украинска. Russian is easier. I'm studying Ukrainian now. It's a new language for me, but I understand most of it. They're very similar. So yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so I'll play the signature and we'll wrap it up. Okay. So thanks, Igor. We'll stay in touch.
Thanks.
We'll get touch, make another interview with you when you have released your album and see what's going on.
Thanks, Adam. It's a big opportunity for me. Thank you very much.
Okay. До побачення.
Bye. До
Bye.
побачення.